I've been on this planet a good few decades, and this is the first time I've ever owned a pair of skis. Welcome to the channel. In this video, we are taking two RC cars, we're cutting them in half, and we're attempting to make the world's longest RC car. Full speed, full speed! Oh, did it survive? And before you get in the comments, oh, you're just copying. Yes, I have taken inspiration from Kevin Talbot's world's longest RC car. And a little while ago when I was at his workshop, there's his sausage. I needed to look at that actually, I needed to see the size of it. I needed to see the size of Kev's sausage, yeah.
Building a sausage, are you?
I'm building a sausage that's quite a bit longer than that one. Not quite as wide though.
Really? Longer than that?
Yep. Kev called his the sausage, and you never know, after this video, he might want to make his sausage longer than my sausage. That is not something that we need to think about, is it? Anyway, there is nothing wrong with taking inspiration from others. And if you watch this channel long enough, you'll know that I prefer to do stuff on a budget. I worked out the cost of Kev's world's longest RC car. It's got a Creighton 8S front end, it's got an Outcast 8S rear end, it's got two Max 4 ESCs, then it's got two massive hobby wing motors in it. So without even taking into account any batteries or the different wheels and stuff like that, and making the body and things like that, it's at over £3,000. So when I say I'm doing it on a budget, I really am doing it on a budget. I'm going to try and keep this whole build below 500. So around 1/6 of the cost of Kev's sausage. And my weapon of choice is the Hyper Go. These things are absolutely nuts. 1/14 scale, really fast and relatively tough. And the other reason I've chosen these is, well, they're like a mini armour Creighton 8S. Oh my word. So that's the chassis stripped down to just the rear end. And I think this is probably going to be the easiest bit of this build. Sorting the front end out is going to be the hardest bit. Right, anyway, I went on a shopping spree, or a shopping ski, and I bought loads of skis back in, like, well, it was 2023, I think. I actually made a mistake on the first set I got, because they're all just like fiberglass or something. Whereas these ones, they got a metal bottom, same as them ones. Now I don't know the exact size of Kev's sausage. Right. I don't know the exact size of Kev's longest RC car, but I do know that it's not as tall as him. And I don't know exactly how tall he is, maybe 5'8", maybe 5'9". I'm 6'1", so as long as it's as tall as me, we should be good. And this one is the tallest one, and that is, just a little bit. Does it say on it actually? Well, that one says 190, so this is probably like 192 centimeters. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? So we just need to strip this down, see what we're working with. There we go. That is our chassis. Now my first thoughts were to strip all this off of it, so it was just a, just a metal chassis. But I think this is going to help with that rigidity of it, because I think with the metal being quite thin, if I took all this off, it'd probably just be a little bit too flexible. Now this is the thin end, and then it gets fatter as we get up here. So I think we'll make this the rear. We'll make this the front, and it's even got a little kick up already on it, which is good because that got a kick up as well. All we need to do is bolt that. Let's go probably about there. Cut that out there, and that's the back end done. Now the chassis is secure on there properly, I can mark some stuff up and trim this edge right down, and we're going to mark, and then I'm going to mark up and cut around there on the ski. That'll allow the suspension to droop a little bit more. But that is really cool. Definitely going to have to put thicker oil in them shocks when we get it going, but told you that was probably going to be the easier bit. Wow, every day's a school day, isn't it? The only bit of metal is just a little bit on that edge there. The rest of it is just, well, just lots of different layers squashed together. I didn't realise that's how skis were made. So it's a good job I didn't try and separate it all, because it's not metal. It is quite hard though. To cut that bit out. I'm a little bit worried now that there's a weak spot. I might get a strip of metal and just put it up there. But anyway, I'm going to take that bit out, I'm going to clean it up, round the edges off and get it all mounted on. Look how clean that looks. It looks almost factory, doesn't it? Drags the build. So all mounted on there now. Obviously I need to sort the suspension out, but it's a bit too soft. But we've got full range of suspension. This thing's going to be awesome. Now the front end, all the steering and stuff, I've been trying to think of the best way to do it. And I'm going to keep it simple. My idea was going to be that I just converted the front to have steering on it and then get a servo and stuff on there. But the way the steering's set up and it's all incorporated down here, there's no way without serious like modifications to get that up the back end. So we're going simple. I'm literally just going to remove all the rear arms, suspension and everything. I'm going to keep all the same configuration there, and it's literally just going to use its drive shaft. It's not got a centre diff in there, so there shouldn't be any issues with it blowing power out to the back. It should all transfer forward to the front wheels. So what I thought was going to be probably a really complicated bit, it's probably going to be a lot more simple. So I'm going to strip this down. We're going to bolt it on there exactly the same, and we'll see where we are. And just like that, we have a roller. So as you can see, I've pretty much just had to bolt, well I have just bolted the chassis to the ski and just removed the rear end. I had to leave the diff in because the gear that goes into the diff, like the diff pinion that's on that centre shaft, most things you screw that gear into the shaft, but on this it just slides on. I did initially take the diff out because I was going to cut all this out here, but when I took the diff out it just falls off, and then that centre shaft just like will slide out the back. So I've had to put the diff in. I did want the front end to look how long this thing is, to look as neat as the rear end does, but it doesn't really matter because once that body is going to be on, and then I've sorted obviously covering it, you're not going to see any of it, so it doesn't matter. I do have a slight issue. Well, it's kind of an issue, and I think the rear is going to be fine because there's loads of travel. Once I've sorted the suspension out, look, there's loads of travel and it's going to sit up really nice. The problem with the front though is it hasn't got as much droop in it, so that's probably as high as I'm going to get it. I'm not sure why there's not as much droop. Don't know whether it's because all the steering and stuff, it's just restricting how far it drops. I will have a look at it because ideally I want it to sit up as high as the rear, but we'll sort it out. It looks so cool, look at it. Right, anyway, I need to sort the electronics out and then it's ready just for its kind of shakedown. We're going to put the body on the front when we first take it out. And once I'm happy, we'll get a full body on it. I think we've got the height just about right. Over 190 centimetres, so probably like 6'3". So getting this thing running shouldn't actually be too difficult. All I've got to do, plug a battery in at the front, plug a battery in at the back, put a receiver somewhere in the middle and just make sure both ESCs and the steering's connected, and well, that should be it. Although we're going to need a seriously long couple of cables to get that connected. First go, and there's no smoke, there's no fire. Yes. Well, at least we've established one thing. If I want to make this longer, we've got plenty of room in the new van. We've adjusted the suspension, put some, comes with heavier springs in the box, so I've put them on. A little bit more ride height. It is still quite soft. And then on the front, I've just put rear shocks because they're longer. Same springs as the rear. And I've changed the steering links. I took some off of a Rolalo. They just give it a bit more droop. It was the steering links that were causing it to sort of stay up. Oh, I've changed the servo as well. I've put the one out of the Omni Terminator in there. Much stronger than the stock one. Look at this thing, right. Just a 2S, oh my word. Oh, it doesn't, I thought it would struggle to turn, but actually, look. That's not as bad as I thought. Yeah, suspension definitely needs sorting out. Oh man, right, everyone needs to make one. I want to see like loads of like long RC cars. That's so cool. It's a bit bumpy over here, but it's just a shakedown, 2-cell. I've got a GPS on it, let's... Oh dear. I've put some orange tape on my GPS. I lost it the other day. Luckily found it, but oh, it's going to be so stable. If I find some smooth ground for this, it'll be so stable being so long. It tracks really straight as well. I've done a good job of that. I've not even adjusted the trim. I think these do 25, 30 on 2-cell. Not changed anything with the gearing or motors, so here it comes. It does go nice and straight. Oh, this might be one of the best RC cars I've made. Oh, drift! Oh yeah, it drifts. Oh, that back end slides around so cool, look. Oh my word. .32, nice. So it will run 3S, which we're going to do, but I'm going to take it on some grass once I've done the body and stuff. We're going to take it on some grass and have a burn around. But I'm just going to have some fun with it. I'm just going to have some fun with it and run these batteries down. Disaster. We've lost the steering link and we've broken the end of the suspension. Easy fix. Don't think I'm going to find that steering link, which is a pain because I don't know if I've got any more like that. Anyway, let's go and make a body for it. Charge some 3S lipos and, well, I'm going to find some short grass that isn't quite as gnarly as all this stuff. You probably saw in the footage, just smashed into quite a large rock. Might have even been that one. I used all of my brain. Gotcha. So I didn't want to make the body complicated, so I just grabbed some foam board, a small selection of wood just to help with support, and well, I just got my crafting head on, got my hot glue and got to work. let me introduce to you Long Boy. He is looking good. I have no idea how long this body's going to last. But I don't think that's a bad effort. I've never used that, like, whatever foam it is, foam board before, so... Long Boy has got two 3S lipos, longer springs on the back, so now it's actually, I'd say it's pretty perfect. The front's all fixed. So the grass is a little bit longer than I wanted. It's usually quite well trimmed here, but anyway. Oh yeah, it's going absolutely perfect. Oh, it's fast. It is fast. Oh, let's get the GPS on it actually. Full rip. Looks so cool. Yes, I have got the ramp. Whether we're going to use the ramp is another thing. Oh, did I forget my GPS? No. You idiot. Oh, man. Oh, well, no GPS. We're going to assume it's going to do what? It was 32 on 2S. It'll be doing over 40 probably, although on this surface, probably not much more than 35. Once I've made it quicker, we'll definitely do an on-road speed run. Oh, it's got so much punch on 3S. Definitely up there on the top 5 coolest things. Whoa, whoa, coolest things I've made. Wow, that was a good test of that body. Traction roll. Should we get the jump out? Let's jump it. Oh, this is probably going to end completely wrong, but it's the end of the video now. So we might as well send this thing, see what happens. Right, are we ready for this? We're ready for this jump. Lined it up on the centre line. Full speed, full speed. Oh, did it survive? It survived. Long Boy, well, yeah, kind of. Steering link popped off and he's popped out the back here. We can go again. Oh, maybe my craft skills aren't so bad. I think we hit that, not quite square. Full throttle, full throttle. Oh, yeah, that didn't sound good. Oh, we snapped the middle. Ooh, just the battery maybe. I think we've bent the chassis at the back and now the gears. Yeah, it'd be rude not to do one more, wouldn't it? One for luck. If I put the brakes on quick enough, it might level out. Nope. Oh. Oh, front wheel drive now. I am calling that a success. We've suffered a little bit of damage. Can easily repair that. Can easily just cut that and replace it with another bit of board. I didn't show it, but I did also tape it all on the inside. Well, the only bit I didn't tape was the very sides. I should have done that because that's got a bit of tape a bit lower down and that didn't suffer as bad as that. Lesson for next time, that. Although we do have a slight bendy issue. This is actually really flexible, so when it was landing it was taking a lot of the impact. However, it has completely pulled that up, completely pulled the gearbox up, and it's pulling the motor out. I can see I can see the motor mount, not quite see the pinion, but I'm gonna have to take that apart, straighten it, see if we've damaged anything in there. Other than that, Long Boy is all right. I thought on that first jump he might end up being Short Boy. But he's not. And like I said, I encourage you all to go out and just build something like this. It is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So I think for Long Boy V2 or Long Boy 2.0, we should make him Fast Boy. We'll get some different electronics. I'll get some foams on there and we'll just, well, send him in a straight line and see how fast he can go.